Nobody indeed. What is good? Welcome into Driving the Line. My name is Alan Bell. And man, I got to do something about this background. I keep saying it. I've got to get to work on this room. It just feels so plain. Bradley, how we doing, buddy?
Doing good, AB. Got a lot to look forward to today. We've got competition football, stuff that really matters coming down to the wire. We've seen crazy matches thus far. Excited to dive into the world.
I'm excited to dive into the world as well, right? That sounds like one of those motivational things you read like in a high school math room, you know? When you're sitting there, you're going, I am going to fail basic algebra again, damn it. All right. Man, it's so good to see everybody out here, man. I hope you're having a good Wednesday there. Tim said put DTL merch back there. That's a good call right there. It's a good call. I like it. drivingtheline.com. All right. Let's get obviously we gotta look forward, or let's see how we did yesterday. I can't speak at all today. Thankfully, can't speak, but we can hit some damn picks. Big J Parlay, good to see you, buddy. Oh man, hope all's well your way. Big J. That's family right there. All right. Cal Rally over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, plus 115. Got it. Marte over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, plus 100. Got it. Brent Rooker, plus 550, bro. Plus 550. We'll take that all day long, won't we? It's a good looking haircut. I got to say it again. It's one more time. It's a good looking haircut. All right. It's the summer. We're just having fun on some shows here. Bradley, I need some soccer picks in my life. Let it rip, bro. What you got?
I can handle that. We've got a matchup coming up here around 11 a.m. Central Time in the Norwegian Cup. I can't say the cup name. It's Normus, but it is a great cup competition that is scoring like crazy in a matchup between Alisund taking on Viking. Alisund's second division side has scored now in 13 of 15, scored regular 2+, but conceded regular as well. They have hit both teams to score in over 2.5 in a consistent basis, but also specifically, if they do happen to hit both teams to score, 19 of the last 20 have hit that over 2.5, which is important because they are playing a top division side on the away end who has scored in 96% of their last 45 competitive matches. Viking, regular scorer. It's not just one. They have now scored 2+ in 24 of 32, which is 75%. They've scored 3+ in 9 of the last 12 in their league play, which is 75%. They've scored 3+ in 12 of the last 16 matches coming in. That's 75%. And 2 straight versus Alisund, they've scored 3+. They've also conceded in 17 of the last 20, which is 68%, hitting both teams to score above 75%, over 2.5 above 75%, and over 3.5 has come in 16 of the last 18 over 2.5 in their league. So they are trending that total goal market. Viking plays a very open brand of football. What we're hoping for today is they throw out their top players, including Trippic and Christensen. You need to see those 2 players in the attacking end that to hopefully put this pick in the right manner. And the matchup history has absolutely dominated. 19 of the last 23 matches hit both teams to score between these two. 16 of 20 hit over 2.5, and 9 of the last 12 hit over 3.5 when they hit over 2.5. So they're trending that way. And because we have a money line, we got to talk about Viking, who's unbeaten in 16 straight, won 14 of the last 16, and have won 4 of the 5 versus Alisund. So we're taking a bet split today. We're looking for over 3 goals. So the over 2.75 Asian split for 4 goals, full cash, but we're also splitting that with that Viking money line at -140. We're looking for a 3-1, 4-1, 4-0, 5-0 type of dominant victory in this competition. It is now hit over 2.5 goals in 78% of the 120 matches that it has played. We're looking for that over 2.75 Asian total at -135, and that money line for Viking at -140.
Beautiful work, my friend. Beautiful work. We're all in on Viking today, right?
You've got to be. I mean, Viking is one of the top scoring teams in Norway, one of the top scoring teams in Europe. They're averaging almost 5 goals per match in their league play. They're hitting that over 3.5 when they play this team. I mean, it's just a regular open match. Let's hope they throw out those top dogs They should. Quarterfinal match, it matters.
All right, there we go, man. Look, getting some love in the chat, dude. The big brain on Brad. You sending the wolf? That's all you had to say. Pulp Fiction's such a good movie, dude. Oh, you sending the wolf? Our man Prince said Viking is a goal scoring machine in the Norwegian league. There you go. There you go. I'll tell you who are machines. And those two names right there, Marte and Raleigh. If it look, Brad, you're smart, intelligent. All right.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I I'm smart enough to follow. Look, if it ain't broke, I ain't gonna try to fix the damn thing. Marte and Raleigh are absolutely mashing, day in and day out, and day in and day out. And I'm gonna keep riding them, man. Give me over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs plus 140 for Marte. Over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs plus 120 for Cal Raleigh. Now, Matty Boy in the chat played him down to 1.5 at like minus 140, something like that, minus 130, somewhere around there. And totally get it. Totally get it. But shoot, I'm not changing a thing. What up? You look like you're about to say something.
Yeah, so there's a question of trying to find it and on the books, and it is a bit confusing because it's not the Elite Syrian, which is the top flight. It's not Norway First Division or the OBOS Ligan, which is the second division. It is it's the Norwegian Cup, which actually has a name. It's like I mean, let me get this real quick. It's so hard. Like I can't even pronounce it.
Yeah, don't look at me.
Here we go. Norgesmesterskapet.
All right. We're going to take it. Yeah. We're not going to make you say that twice. Yeah.
That's where it is. Like you're not going to find it on the you will find it on ESPN. You will find it on MGM, DK, all the major books. So if you don't see it, it's probably your state. But make sure you're looking at the Norgesmesterskapet.
I'll be on the lookout for that. All right. Yeah, just search that. Search Viking. Search Brad's pick of the day. Maybe the book will have it under that. See, that's the next look. I was going to start naming. I wanted to start naming sports books like old ones, like we were doing with cars, but it's not old enough to do that yet. There's no sports books that are out of business yet. So the joke didn't work. Okay. All right. We're going to get to home runs here. All right. Let's talk a little Major League Baseball. And then we're going to talk a little more soccer. What do you have? Oh, we got MLS on the board. All right. Let's play a little game. Look, Matt, it's on FanDuel. There you go. FanDuel. All right. Home runs. You ready to play? I'm ready to play. Here's what we got. Aaron Judge, plus 175. Cal Raleigh, plus 200. Michael Trout, plus 250. Cody Bellinger, plus 350. And Ellie De La Cruz, plus 400. Now, Brad, you're pretty dang good at this game. You hit a lot of these. You do. No, dude, you do a good job, man. I wanted to tell you. And I wasn't saying that as like, hey, here's pressure. Hit one. No, I was just saying you do a good job, man.
Shockingly enough, I have hit this at an extraordinarily high rate. Yeah. So it's probably the time to fade me if that's possible, because I maybe hit just too many in a row. But give me North Carolina, specifically a great city, Raleigh, North Carolina. The man, 4 straight? Let's go for 5.
There you go. All right, going ACC style right there. It works. I like it. That was a good Raleigh, North Carolina spot right there. I like it. Ooh, this one's tough. Give me Trout. I'm going Trout, bro. Plus 250. Kind of under the radar. I mean, all these guys are mashing, right?
I wonder if there's like any weather reports that we have showing us the humidity and the carry of the ball. Are you familiar with that?
Man, I wish that there were shows out here that would do that and provide you with that type of information. Yeah, give me Mike Trout. And give me some weather right here. Because look, dude, you asked about the Mid-Atlantic. It's insane. Look at this. Rangers-Orioles game. Temperature 96. Feels like 102. Precipitation is actually great. Wind, don't worry about that. Look at it. It doesn't even know what it's doing.
Jeez.
3 miles an hour. It doesn't matter. Um, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be ridiculous. At Camden today, it's gonna be muggy. You got a shot, but it's gonna be a weird game today. I don't know what you're gonna get out of both teams, but you saw it pick up. Yankees and the Reds. Here you go. Excuse me. 91 degrees. Feels like 100. Precipitation 14%, exactly what you want. Wind, eh. There you go. Matty boy. Wind is blowing out right here. Ellie. Yep. There you go. No, the Yankees can't get him out. Scott, what up, baby? What up, bro? Good to see you, man. Saw Chase Burns made his debut yesterday for the Reds as well, man. Good to see him. He threw 5 innings, had 8 strikeouts. Dude could throw, man. Burnsy was a former Vol and Wake Forest pitcher. Great dude. Great pitcher. Let's continue. Sorry. AB, it was 75 degrees. Yes, dude. 75 at 5:30 this morning, dude. Brutally hot. I know. And look, going to New York, it ain't much better. 93 degrees. Feels like 97. 5% chance of rain. 6 miles an hour blowing in. There you go. Rays and the Royals. Look at this. 93 degrees. Feels like 94. No rain. And 11.5-mile-an-hour winds blowing out. Rays and the Royals today. Got a really good shot here at getting some runs. Cubs and the Cardinals, dear God. 93 degrees. Feels like 101. Precipitation chance, 20%. Let me just say, this is your game. Because if that rain doesn't fall, you already have ridiculous. I mean, you already have 81% humidity. And if that rain doesn't fall, if it doesn't rain and it sits there on top of what's already sitting there, I mean, you have the chance at home runs all over the place in this game. But, you know, you don't always hit all the shots you take, do you, Brad? What did the
baseball players are hitting what, 1 of 5, and they're exceptional. So
yeah,
good for them,
dude. There you go. Yeah, I mean, so this Cubs Cardinals game right here, man, dude, it is going to be ridiculously humid in this game. All right, hitter versus pitcher historicals. Bellinger 2 home runs off Brady Singer. All right, Pasquantino got a home run. Carson Kelly, you don't really have anything huge here today in terms of, historicals. You got some on the hitting side of just straight hits, but home runs, Trout's got one, Bichette's got one, Nito, he's always on this list. He has another one. Sanchez, Austin Wells, Jaron Duran, Yastrzemski, Xander Bogaerts, Michael Busch, Manny Machado. Yeah, nothing huge here. Excuse me, hitting wise. There you go. 10 hits, Dansby Swanson, 9 hits off Fetty. Yeah, keep going down the list. Aaron Judge, 5 hits, 13 at bats, 3 walks. Pay attention there. Yordan Alvarez, 4 hits, 8 at bats, 3 walks. Carlos Santana, 4 hits. Look, see, this is why we do it right here, right? So we filter by hits, but take a look at the average here. Yeah. I mean, Carlos Santana has 4 hits comparatively, but 4 hits out of 52 at bats. All right, so pay attention to the batting average there. Yeah. Julio Rodriguez, he's hitting 444, 4 hits, 9 at bats, got a walk. DJ LeMahieu's got 3 as well. Hitting streaks. Yandy Diaz continues, man. 14 straight games with a hit. Josh Naylor, 12 straight games. And again, this is all built for maximizing your MLB player prop hitting bets today. Brandon Lowe, 11 straight games. Luis Arias, 11 straight games. Excuse me. Yelich, 8 straight games with a hit. I'm telling you, man, this dude is hitting. Cal Raleigh, 7 straight games with a hit. Chapman, 7 straight games. Jordan Beck, Mike Honcho, 6 straight games with a hit. And Mickey Moniak, Hunter Goodman, both 6 straight games as well. All right. Bradley, let's hit our picks one more time, buddy. How's that sound?
Let's do it.
All right, then let's talk a little MLS. All right, let it rip, bro. What you got?
Coming up here in just over 1 hour and a half, 1 hour, 37 minutes, we're headed to Norway, the Cup, the Norgesmester, whatever it is. But it is Norway Cup on your book as well. You can just search Norway. You'll find it. We have a bet split of Alisson Viking. We're looking for that over 2.75 Asian total and the Viking money line at minus 140. Again, those are separate bets as one, counted as one, but they're separate, not any type of parlay. So keep those separate just in case Viking wins 2-0. I expect them to shoot the total by their own, but you never know technically. So we're taking that bet split.
Beautiful work, my friend. All right, I'm going Marte over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, plus 140. Going Cal Raleigh over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at plus 120. All right, I see MLS back there, big dog. Talk to us, man. What we got?
The MLS, man, it is difficult. We're seeing a lot of rotated lineups. We're seeing, and it's mostly because these players, we have a lot of the best players in the MLS that are still with their national squads. Let me give you a quick little rundown, because if you're looking at any of these matches tonight, these players are going to affect your bet. You've got Hugo Kuipers as well as Zikarnago from Chicago, both very solid attackers that could really affect that home scoring. And the home splits for Chicago are not as great as the away splits. They score and concede more away than they do at home. You got Agyama Yang from Charlotte, who's one of their best attackers as well, and their best defender, Tim Ream. So they're going to be missing 2 of their very important players through the middle, up top, and in the back. Miles Robinson, center back for Cincinnati, missing. Best center midfielder for Houston, Jack McGlynn, missing. One of the best strikers for Minnesota, Alia Weiss, I can't even say his name, for Canada. Great player as well. Nashville's missing Scheffelberg and Zimmerman. Orlando's missing Duncan McGuire. New York Red Bulls might be without their top striker, Eric Choupo-Moting. You got Philly missing a lot of their best attackers as well. Ty Baribo, one of the top scoring players in the entire league. Andre Blake, their goalkeeper. Quinn Sullivan, one of their best midfielders, as well as another striker, Ure. San Diego's missing both center midfielders, Luca De La Torre, who's with the United States, and Annabelle Godoy, who's with Panama. And Toronto, they're missing possibly Bernadeschi and Osorio. All of these players that I just mentioned, it's all down the list for all these teams and some of the very top players. It's very difficult to have a really good idea of how they're going to play, how they're going to set up. A lot of these players, when they're removed, they're going to have to put in different types of formations to overcome for some of those shortfalls that they'll be without. So just be very careful tonight in the MLS. I don't have a pick pre-match because I don't know who's going to be in these lineups. We have very, very, very tough home and away splits tonight. So just be very careful. The MLS, we have another match coming up here on Saturday. So you could get a very good idea of what to expect tonight on Saturday. And then we have, what else? We want to talk about the Club World Cup. Of course, the Club World Cup's in action today. We got 2 amazing groups that are finishing tonight. Very, very important matches. You've got Inter taking on River Plate, who are sitting atop their group at 4 points apiece. Monterrey at 2 and Urawa at 0. Urawa and Monterrey will be playing one another for that 3 points, which means Inter and River Plate are going to, at minimum, seek 1 point. Since they're playing one another, it could be one of those at the end of the match. It kind of just doesn't get that same excitement as you might see in some of the other matches. We've seen that from group to group to group to group. The top teams won't even always start with their best players. You're seeing the Heat be a very, very big issue for these teams, and it's kind of shocking. Yesterday, for instance, Bayern Munich sitting at the top of their group, or what they need to do is just get a tie against Benfica, who they're much better than Portuguese side Benfica, but they came out with a fully rotated lineup in this third match. Not really sure why they did it. It's a coaching issue, maybe, but since they did, they didn't get the same type of product that you would have normally had. I was all over thinking about getting that over 2.5, 2.75 for that Benfica Bayern. But when they sent that lineup, you saw that line drop down again. You saw the day before, it started to trickle up as the public started to bet. And then the lineups came in and it trickled right back down. You saw that lineup halfway through the match of Bayern get completely changed. At halftime, they put their best players in and gave it a bit of a good run. That's really interesting and something you need to notate, because if you're looking at goals pre-match and you're not getting teams coming out playing very hard, you might want to look at something at halftime. In a very rare situation, which I don't know if I've ever seen before, the subs in all of these matches this round are inside. They're not even sitting on the bench at where they should be normally. They're taking all the air conditioning inside. It is something that's happening right now in the World Cup. Teams are playing very, for lack of a better term, very half-ass. We don't see a lot of people really going for it, especially these top squads. You see a lot of the South American squads, a lot of the underdogs, and people who really, really want to make an impression, maybe earn a little bit bigger of a paycheck. Those sides are competing very, very hard. And then you also have this next group. I think there might be an advantage here. You have Fluminense and Borussia Dortmund at the top of the group with 4 points. Mamelodi from South Africa at 3, and Ulsan at 0. And Fluminense and Borussia, since they are 1 goal apart and tied on goal differential, what you could see here is if they get scoring, you could see it not stop. You could see them push and push and push. But that only matters if both teams are winning. If Borussia Dortmund gets word that Fluminense is losing, they're going to sit back and they're going to be very, very relaxed. I don't understand why these teams are playing the way that they are. Bayern, without winning yesterday, put themselves in a terrible situation. They're now going to have to play PSG in the quarters just to get to the semis, instead of just getting a tie, and they would have avoided them altogether. So what we're seeing in this Club World Cup is just not 100% play. And that's very, very, very important, because if you're looking for similarities and you want to back one of these top teams, they're not playing very hard. It's not something you want to look at. We had LAFC get a tie yesterday. We had Chelsea not really looking that great. Bayern, who looked pretty terrible. PSG, who didn't even really look that good. Real Madrid, who hasn't looked good. Borussia Dortmund. And these are all the top squads. So we're questioning the effort level. And when you're putting money and trying to cash on bets on players who are playing half-ass at 50%, you're just going to find yourself into territory that you don't like. And we're watching it over and over again this tournament. So just be careful with the Club World Cup. Maybe look to attack goals for Borussia and Fluminense should they get the lead, because they should try to beat each other on goal differential. And that's really the only angle that I have for you today.
Dude, can anybody do that? Anybody get up and just let that rip, man? Great job, buddy. Great job, man. Kirk had a question for you. Brad, what do you think of the BTTS and over 2.5 in the Viking match?
They're not correlated figures. Both teams to score. When that does come in for Alisson, they've hit over 2.5 in 19 of 20. And when both teams of scores come in for Viking, it's technically Viking. I like to say Viking, but it's Viking, and it's 32 of 35 that they've hit. Both teams score have hit the over 2.5. So both teams actually trend the over 2.5 more than they do both teams to score. And given the fact that Viking is a top division squad who scores 3 goals regularly, specifically 75% of their trending matches, we can see them taking this total alone. So we're going for that 2.75 Asian total, not any type of parlay with both teams to score at it.
Okay. Great answer. I like it. Let's get our picks up here one more time. There we go. Over 2.75 Viking money line. Marte over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Cal Raleigh over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs as well. What else do we have here? Got a couple other things. Jeff, great picks. Say added home runs. You run. Oh, nice, dude. Well done, Jeff. Big man, Jeff. Well done indeed. Mo said, "What up, crew? Take that Pirates Brewers. No run first inning, -140 for at least late. Yeah, got Paul Skeens, man. Beautiful. David, AB Golf will be posted to Discord later. Beautiful, David. Thank you very much. We also have a video from our man coming in, Brian Liberati, and we'll have that done here after the show. So I'll drop that in your feeds. Also, so this week, David, that's you, brother. That's you, man. Dude, look forward to your picks, brother. What was I gonna say? So this week, I mean, we're just kind of talking baseball. We had a lot come to an end, with college baseball and the NBA. Sorry, somebody was banging outside. And we're just kind of, taking it a little bit easy this week. But starting next week, all right, we are going to dive in to the NFL heavy. All right, we're going to start and we're going to do a future show. All right, just across the league. And then each day on the show, the morning show, we're going to break down one NFL team because we got about 74 days until, the NFL starts. So we need to get on that now. So we'll start letting that rip. Big David, 13-2. Discord last week. David, well freaking done, buddy. Nice job, man. Nice job. Okay. All right, Brad, any final thoughts before we get out of here, buddy?
I mean, just be very careful. This Club World Cup, these guys aren't really playing hard, and this heat seems to be affecting them. I'm not really sure why. I mean, these are professional athletes. I did preseason summer in Memphis in some of the hottest humidity that you can possibly imagine. And you're seeing these players go down. And what you will see specifically, if there's a team with an advantage in the match, you're going to see their players go down over and over and over and over again to waste time. And it's something that affects the match. It affects how frequent the ball's in play. And that's what happened to Bayern yesterday. More time you're standing there in the heat, the more tired you're going to get. So look for those halftime substitutions to change the game for these top squads, because that could really give them a significant advantage with better players rested.
Great call. Again, look at you, man. Dude, everybody. Hey, Zach right here, the crew, been crushing golf in the Discord. Well done, fellas. Well done. All right, like I said, this week, just kind of getting adjusted to all the leagues and championships and everything. I know it's been a little light, but it's a long year. And like I said, man, starting next week, Monday, we're going after the NFL. Hard. Football season's here. Brad, you big college football guy, NFL guy? Like, where do you fall football-wise?
Definitely NFL. I can't get into college football personally. I know, I like the aspect of college football, but not anymore, as they're really transitioning into fully paid professional athletes. It's like the diet wannabe NFL for me. And I can only handle so much of one sport. Give me the top level. As it trickles down, not so much. I'm sure people feel the same way about soccer, football, as I enjoy the second division of Norwegian football and some of these other places. So yeah, NFL, Tennessee Titans, absolutely. College, no.
You know what? I get it. And I'll say this: you can't bet college props in Tennessee anyway. Mm-mm. So
yep.
Yeah. I do always get, I wish that we could, because I'll get, people that ask me about a college player prop, and I'm like, oh God. I'm like, dude, if we had college here in Tennessee, we would be, you want to, bro. Now, number one, all right. You want to talk about interception props. If we could do a college no-fly zone, oh my God, it would be amazing. And dude, okay. So, another part here. So, what was I going to say? Okay. So how you were talking about, Asian totals and what that is, I meant to say, on the front page of our YouTube, you see a section, you'll see a playlist of just Brad and breaking down, what is, an Asian total, right? Like if you look at it, you see over 2.75. The hell is that, right? We've got a video right there. Now, I say that, number one, to say that absolutely, like, go check those out for sure. All right. Number two, we're also going to have a playlist of all NFL and we'll do college football too. But the point that I'm making is that check out the homepage of at Drive the Line, because I'm telling you, there's going to be so much stuff that comes out that you're going to want to check that out for sure. And with that, the whole point, let me get to the point here, with the NFL. So I've gone through the last couple of years since 2015, okay, Brad, and looked at every single score in the NFL, every single one of them. All right, put it together and put together averages of how many times a game finishes by, 1 point, 2 point, 30, 28, whatever, right? So the point that I'm getting at is that I could give you the percentages of every spread in the NFL and how many times they hit. I know that sounds confusing. It'll make sense when you see it, and it'll show you the value of getting a -2.5 compared to -3, -3.5, right? It's massive. Like, this is the most important information in regards to betting the NFL that I think that you will ever find. We already have it on the front page. I've already done it. But yeah, I'll tweet that video out as well. I'm telling you, it's massive. Like, keep that information with you, man. It's good. Millsy, gonna be a no-fly zone for the book. Oh my God, we're gonna be all over it. I can't wait. Cannot wait for the no-fly zone, man. Scott, you guys are the best. Hey, that's Brad, and that's you, and that's the crew. Oh man. Liddy, AB, Raiders emoji. Oh yeah. I've got to get on those emojis for sure. Okay. All right. We'll get out of here. Everybody have a wonderful Wednesday. We'll be live today at 3 p.m. Eastern, but until then, we got day baseball. So everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets. We'll see you this afternoon. Thanks. Who's got it better than us? Nobody.